If FC25 is stuck on loading screen, then you are at the right place. We have got some easy ways that you can use to fix this issue. Welcome back to Silicophilic, your go-to source for tech tips and fixes. Method 1. Check if your system meets the minimum requirements. When FC25 is not loading on your PC, first make sure your system fulfills the minimum requirements to run the game. Here are the minimum and recommended requirements for FC25. Check these. Minimum: OS Windows 10 64-bit latest update. Processor: AMD Ryzen 5 1600 or Intel Core i5 6600K. Memory: 8GB RAM. Graphics: AMD RX 570 or NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti. DirectX version 12. Network: broadband internet connection. Storage: 100GB available space. Sound card: DirectX 12 compatible video card or equivalent. Recommended: requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS: Windows 10 64-bit. Processor: AMD Ryzen 7 2700X or Intel Core i7 6700. Memory: 12GB RAM. Graphics: AMD RX 5600 XT or NVIDIA GTX 1660. DirectX version 12. Network: broadband internet connection. Storage: 100GB available space. Sound card: DirectX 12 compatible video card or equivalent. You can check the system requirements from this link. Method 2. Check the date, time and region on your PC. If the date, time and region on your PC are not correct, then also you can have issues while loading the game. To check that, right-click on the date and time at the right corner of the taskbar and select Adjust Date and Time. Set the time zone to automatically. Make sure proper time zone is selected. Toggle on the Set Time Automatically option. Click on Region from the top and select the proper region. Once done, try to launch the game and check. Method 3. Restart the EA app. The next thing you can do is restart the EA app. From the EA app, click on the 3 horizontal line menu and select Exit. You can also click on the Help tab and select the Restart App option. Wait till the app restarts. To completely close the app, right-click on the Windows search menu and select Task Manager. Go to the Processes tab. Right-click on all the processes related to the EA app and select the End Task option for each process. Then relaunch the app and check. Method 4. Restart your PC. You can also try fixing the game error by restarting the PC. Sometimes a simple restart can easily fix minor bugs and glitches that can be responsible for such issues. So restart your PC. After a fresh restart, relaunch the game and check. Method 5. Launch the game through the game installation folder. You can also try launching the game from its installation folder directly and not from Steam and see if this can fix the issue. Open Steam and then head to Library. Right-click on the game. Go to Properties. Select Installed Files and then click on Browse. This should take you to the game installation folder. Try launching the game from here. If the error persists, move on to the next solution. Method 6. Enable offline mode. The next thing you can do is enable offline mode. To do this, open the EA app. Click on the hamburger menu bar. Then select Go Offline. Click on the Yes, I am sure button to continue. Then go back again and click on Go Online from the menu. Restart the app and try to play the game again. Method 7. Run FC25 as an administrator. You can also right-click on the application you are using to launch the game. Next, select Show More options. Open Properties. Go to the Compatibility tab. Check the box for Run this program as an administrator. Click on Apply and then OK to save the settings. Method 8. Repair, update or reinstall anti-cheat for FC25. Next, you can repair, update or reinstall anti-cheat for FC25. For that, go to the installation location for FC25. Open the installer folder. Locate the EA anti-cheat folder and open it. Double-click on the EA anti-cheat installer. From here, select your game. Click on the repair option and then on OK. Next, go to the location where the game is installed and select the folder. Then click on Select Folder option. This will repair the anti-cheat. Next, click on Update so that you can make sure everything is up to date. You can also select the Uninstall option to uninstall the anti-cheat completely. Next, select the game from the drop-down menu and click on Install button to install the anti-cheat. It will also get reinstalled when you try to run the game next time. Method 9. Delete program data. Press Windows plus R to launch the Run utility. Type %program data % and hit Enter or click OK. Open the EA desktop folder. Then delete all the folders inside it. To do that, right-click on each folder. Select Show More options and then select Delete. This should delete all the game saves but can fix the issue. Now relaunch the game and check. Method 10. Try a different compatibility mode. Another thing you can do is change the compatibility mode. To do that, open the game properties. Then go to the compatibility tab. Check the box for Run this program in compatibility mode for the option. Select a Windows version and click on Apply and then on OK. Method 11. Verify the integrity of the game files. Missing or corrupted game files can also cause issues like this, so verify the game files. Here is how you can verify the integrity of the game files from Steam platform. Head to the Steam library, right-click on the game and open its properties. Go to the Installed Files tab and click on the Verify Integrity of the Game Files option. Wait till Steam verifies the game files and download the missing file or fix the corrupted game file. Once done, launch the game and check. Method 12. Disable full screen optimization. The next thing you can do is disable full screen optimization. Navigate to the game installation folder. Open the game folder and right-click on the game exe and open its properties. Go to the compatibility tab and disable full screen optimization. Click on Apply and then on OK to save the changes. Method 13. Add the game for high performance and try a lower resolution. Press the Windows plus I keys to open Settings. Click on System and then select Display. Scroll down and click on Graphics. Click on the Browse option and head to the game installation folder. Select Game EXE and add it. You will now see it here. Click on Options and select High Performance. Select Save to save the changes. You can also try a lower resolution from Settings. To do that, go to Windows Settings. Click on the System tab and select Display. Then head to Display Resolution. You can try a lower resolution than the recommended one for your PC and check if the game loads now. Method 14. Change the settings from the NVIDIA control panel. If you are using an NVIDIA graphics card, then you can change the settings from the NVIDIA control panel to boost the performance. Right-click on the desktop and select NVIDIA control panel. Select Manage 3D Settings from the left side. Click on the Global Settings tab. Scroll down in the Settings section and look for Shader Cache Size. Once you have found it, click on it and set it to Unlimited. Now select the Manage 3D Settings again and click on the Program Settings tab. Find the game exe file in the Find program to customize the list and add it. If you don't find it here, then click on Add, then click on Browse. Then head to the game installation folder and add the exe file from there. After the game is added, find OpenGL Rendering GPU and set it to your graphics card. Find the Power Management mode and set it to maximum performance. Next, find VSync and set it as adaptive. Method 15. Set the power settings to high performance. This will allow the PC to go for performance optimization over power saving. You can set the high performance mode for the intense gameplay for better performance. Open Control Panel. Set the view by section to large or small icons. Select power options. Click on High Performance under Hide Additional Plans. If you cannot find it, click on Show Additional Plans. Once done, restart your PC and then launch FC25. Method 16. Configure Windows Game Settings. The next thing you can do is make sure the Windows game settings are properly configured for the optimal FPS. First, make sure the game mode is enabled. To check that, go to Windows Settings. Then click on the Gaming tab. Select Game Mode from the right side pane. Make sure the Game Mode toggle is turned on. Next, go back next to Settings and click on the Game Bar tab. Turn the toggle off. Next, go back and click on the Captures tab. Disable Record What Happened and Capture Audio when recording a game toggles. Method 17. Set the game to high priority. Open the Task Manager, select the Details tab. Right-click on the game exe process and move the cursor to Set Priority. Click on High. Similarly, you can also set the priority of other processes that you need to keep running to low, which should give the game more of the system resources to run optimally. Method 18. Update the graphics drivers. The next thing you should do is troubleshoot your graphics drivers. Right-click on the Windows search button and choose Device Manager. Go to the Display Adapters section and then expand it. Right-click on your graphics driver. Select the Update Driver option. Click on the Search Automatically for Drivers option and follow the instructions provided on screen to download and install the latest driver. If updating graphics drivers doesn't work, you can reinstall them. Expand the Display Adapters section and right-click on your graphics driver. Click on the Uninstall Device option and follow the on-screen instructions to complete the process. After installation of the drivers, install them again. For the AMD graphics driver, install the Radeon app, then run it. Similarly, for NVIDIA graphics drivers, install and run the GeForce Experience. You should visit the official websites of your graphics card manufacturer to update your graphics card drivers. These websites are linked in the description below. Download the latest drivers for the graphics card installed on your computer from these websites. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the driver installation process. Once done, restart your PC. Then rerun the app to check for any updates. If any updates are available, download and install them. Method 19. Run the game on a dedicated graphics card. If you have multiple GPUs for your system, then make sure to use the one for gaming, as this can tackle the graphics-intensive tasks well. So using the dedicated GPU for gaming can avoid issues while playing FC25. There are different ways to check if you are running the dedicated graphics card depending on your operating system and the specific card you have. You can follow the method shown here. Open Device Manager, expand Display Adapters. You should see two adapters listed here. One for your dedicated graphics card and one for your integrated graphics card. The dedicated graphics card will have a longer and more specific name than the integrated one. The dedicated graphics card may also have a higher memory size listed. So make sure to run the game with a higher memory size to avoid loading or crashing issues. Method 20. Install the proper version of DirectX. Many games, including FC25, require a specific version of DirectX to run properly. If you have an outdated or incompatible version, it will cause loading issues. The latest version of DirectX ensures the game's improved performance. This is what you have to do to install DirectX. Search DirectX Runtime Download on Google and open the first result from Microsoft.com. Select the installer language you prefer and click on Download. Wait for the download to finish and then run the installer. Complete the installation and wait for the installation to finish. After the installation completes, restart your PC. Method 21. Install Visual C++ redistributables. Installing Visual C++ redistributable can be helpful since it includes a set of libraries that helps the game rely on and function normally. If these libraries are missing or outdated, it leads to starting issues. To install Visual C++ redistributables, search for Visual C++ redistributable in Google. Click on the first link of Microsoft.com. Download the recently available Visual C++ redistributable. Ensure you download for the correct architecture like x64 for 64-bit systems and x86 for 32-bit systems. Install the downloaded file and restart your PC. Method 22. Increase VRAM. The more VRAM your system graphics card has, the more data it can store. So, this will enable it to handle higher resolution textures and run your games smoothly. Here is how you can increase the VRAM. Go to Windows Search and type Advanced System Settings. Select the top search result. Click on Settings below Performance. Next, head to Advanced tab. Under Virtual Memory, click on Change. Uncheck Automatically Manage Paging File Size for all drives. Choose the drive where you want to store the paging file. Select Custom Size. In the Initial Size field, enter a value equal to 1.5 times the total available RAM on your system. In the Maximum Size field, enter a value that is 3 times your total RAM. Now here is how to check your system's available RAM. Go to Windows Settings and select System. Next, select About. Check RAM. After you have set the value as per your system, click on Set and then click on OK and again on OK. Once done, restart your PC and then launch FC25. Method 23. Close the apps running in the background. Sometimes the apps running in the background can interfere with your game and create problems. So before you start the game, close all the programs running in the background. Right-click on the Windows Start button and select Task Manager. Go to the Processes tab and right-click on the processes you want to close. Select the End Task option. Repeat the same for each task you want to kill. Then exit the window. Method 24. Allow the game through the firewall. Another potential cause of this issue could be firewall interference. So you can check that by allowing the game through firewall and your antivirus program. Here, we are showing how to allow the game through Windows Security. Open the Windows Security app using the search menu. Now click on the Firewall and Network Protection option. After that, tap on the Allow an App through Firewall option from the right side pane and then press the Change Settings button. Next, click on the Allow another app button and then press the Browse button to select the game exe file. Click on Open and then click on the Add button. You will now see the game under the list of allowed apps and features. Tick the checkbox associated with the game and enable it on both public and private networks. Once done, you can press the OK button to save changes. Finally, you can relaunch the game file and check if it is loading properly. Method 25. Update your Windows OS. Windows updates can help resolve issues with game performance. Also, updating Windows to the latest version ensures your computer runs with the latest security and performance enhancements. Type Check for Updates in the search menu and select the top option. Click on the Check for Updates button. If any update is available, download and install the updates. Restart your PC after that. Now launch the game and see if this could resolve the issue. Method 26. Reinstall the game. If the method shown could not fix the issue, then reinstall FC25. To do so, press Windows plus I to open Settings. Open Apps and then head to Installed Apps. Click on the three-dot menu next to the game. Click on the Uninstall button. Follow as shown to uninstall the game. Once the uninstallation of the game completes, restart your PC. Once your PC restarts, reinstall the game to some other drive or SSD. Now launch the game and check. And there you have it, the methods to fix the issue when FC25 is stuck on loading screen. We hope one of these methods have worked for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tips and troubleshooting guides. Leave a comment and help others know which solution solved your problem. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.